Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about capital budgeting decisions. As we know, every progressive business moves ahead. Its fixed assets and other resources continue to expand. The acquisition of and improvement in fixed assets are necessary either for setting up a new project or for establishing, for expansion of a project and for replacement of a project. Such acquisition and improvement require long-term capital, and hence investments in such assets are called capital expenditure or capital investment. Capital budgeting is that technique of management in which planning of capital expenditure of the firm is done. It is an important tool. Capital budgeting is an important tool of management which is used for evaluation of various capital investment proposals and choosing the appropriate source of finance and then implementing the chosen proposal. So, capital budgeting is a management technique that is used for maximizing the profits of the firm by investing the funds in such assets which generate long-term income. That means which generate income for a longer period of time. Now, these are types of capital expenditure for any enterprise or firm for which decisions are to be done and for which capital budgeting technique is to be used. First is expansion projects. When a business expands its existing projects, expansion decisions are taken. For example, mergers, for purchase of new machinery and building, expansion project is taken, and for which the capital budgeting technique is used for planning and implementation of the project. Next project is replacement project. Assets and machinery become outdated with technological changes. As and when the technological change, the assets we are using, the assets the firm is using become outdated, and the firm must decide to replace such assets with new one, and so replacement decisions takes place. Next project is extension project. Extension projects are similar to expansion project, but expansion is quite slow and extension project is quick. For example, for existing product, new market is to be found, that is finding a new market, and for more sale, for increasing the sale of the existing product. So this is extension project for which the planning is to be made. Next capital expenditure is research and development projects. Market research, research of new products are examples of research and development projects. These are to be implemented and the planning is to be made for their implementation through capital budgeting technique. Last project is product improvement or process projects. Such projects are taken for cost reduction. If it is found that the cost is increasing in a manufacturing process, then the cost reduction process is to be implemented and such projects are for cost reduction by improving the process of manufacturing. Now, this is the process of capital budgeting. This process differs from one organization to another. Generally, the following steps are used for capital budgeting. First step in the process of capital budgeting is origin of investment proposals. There must be some proposal This proposal may be given by any source, that is, the proposal may be suggested by subordinate, may be given by middle level management or by top management. So proposal can be from any source. Second step, after the origin of investment proposals, there must be presentation of the proposals. Presentations are to be made in well organized form before appropriate officers. Following informations are provided, that is description of the proposal, estimated total cost, starting and completion dates, timings, income from project in future are to be presented in the proposals. Next is screening the proposal. Screening is done on the basis of standards set up by top management and budget committee. The committee looks into the proposals and finds whether they are in line of long-term development program or not. If found suitable, then further evaluation is done. Here further evaluation of economic evaluation will be done. Next is evaluation of proposals. After screening, the economic evaluation of the proposal is to be made. In this evaluation, the cost of every project and its economic benefits are taken into consideration. The economic benefits which the firm is going to receive in the future from that particular proposal. After evaluation it economically, then come the stage of project selection. Next step is project selection. Firm selects those profitable projects which are within the present and financial resources of the firm and suits the priorities of the firm. That means according to the priorities the project will be selected. After the proposal is selected, then the capital budget is formulated for the particular project. For this, approval of board of directors for funds are needed. Finance committee allocates resources for different projects. After the capital budget is formulated, there is an authorization of capital expenditure. That means next step is authorization of capital expenditure. Head of departments are authorized for implementation of projects for their department, for their respective department. Next step is project execution. After the department heads authorize the capital expenditure, project is executed. After expenses are authorized, then the project is executed in different stages. Last is feedback. During the process of implementation, the comparison of actual expenditure is done with budgeted expenditure, and when the deviation is more than cost estimates, when there is more deviation that we had estimated, then the cost estimates are revised and effective steps are taken for cost control.